Ladies and gentlemen, welcome down to a very casual talking stream. Now, there is no plot, this is literally just talking crap in the regards, and we're just going to see how this works.
Yeah, I've got no idea. He's literally pitched this idea to me 30 seconds ago.
So, some people literally like talking just in the background, just a bit like that. Think of it like that, it's background noise, we're going to be talking about some various content. Now, when we originally started doing this channel, we thought about doing a series like Versus. And Versus. And when you think about where you've got so many superheroes and now they're coming in, like, if you imagine like the Black Widow, no, not Black Widow series, Hawkeye series, you basically had like Black Widow's like sister coming after Hawkeye, and there was basically the fight going on. And similar concept, they were fighting each other. They both had skills, and like Hawkeye didn't really want to fight.
Yeah, I reckon if Hawkeye actually tried, he would have won that.
Yeah, I reckon so, because he knows the rough fighting style and how it is of the sister anyway, because it's very similar to like Black Widow training.
Yeah, with that.
But obviously different training on regard, but he's used to seeing their thought process and how it goes.
Yeah, he didn't want that fight.
No. He's basically been like, he's fought for the last, 5 years when the blip happened?
Yeah, he fought all throughout the blip, and it's probably been a good few months since.
Yeah.
Because obviously it's Christmas time.
Yeah, and the amount that he's seen, it was just wearing down. But like, we thought about doing this a series at times where it would be like, oh right, we'll pick a character and we'll be like, why do you think it's going to win? So for example, we came up with one idea, because this happened when we were in the car, and we'd be like, oh right, we'll have like Captain America versus like Iron Man, that's normal.
And for context, when he says in the car, this is back before the channel was created. This is before the original introduction episode, which I believe was 2019. It's been 5 years.
Yeah, and it took us like a year to actually get the content out. About 6 years.
We created the channel, then we did the introduction like months later, then it took us a year before episode 1.
Because life just got in the way.
And then COVID gave us time.
Yeah. Now, it kind of went in regards like we would pick Thor and someone like, but away from the Norse god place, it would have been like, say, what was it? Not Thor and Hulk, because you see that too often, but it might have been like Thor versus Captain America.
Something like that.
And then we would say like what the pros and cons are, and it would basically be a thing that was about away. So you could mention about the shield, I'd be like, well, we got lightning.
Yeah, and I would just like, but honestly, you've got me so unawares. I'm not prepared for this at all.
But this is the thing. It's like, it's literally just like talking crap, and it's like the idea that we'll just talk about.
I don't think we did Captain America.
No,
I thought I was going to do Thor, and you're going to do a different god.
I think it was going to go between. It wouldn't have been. Well, it could actually might have been Loki.
It might have been Loki,
or it might have,
not.
Or it
but
could
have been more Norse mythology Loki over Marvel Loki.
Yeah, so
because right now I want to say Marvel Loki because he is literally time.
Yeah. So I mean, when you go like with the Norse one, Loki has had many kids, and it was a weird timeline because in reality, Hela was like what his daughter.
Yeah, Hela was his daughter, not his
sister. And it was like he had, obviously when he was in wolf form, Fenrir was basically his son. And the fact is, like, there was the prophecy of, yes, if the wolf is going to cause God. And obviously the world serpent was also one of his kids.
Yeah, he had some really interesting kids. But to be fair, so did Odin.
But it was interesting when you consider the Norse mythology and the fact that Odin had a lot of secrets that he wanted to keep.
I know I said Odin, but my brain was actually thinking Zeus from Greek mythology.
I know where you're going, because in kind of when you think about it, and I mean, it's not far from it, to be honest. When you think of Odin, you think of Zeus. They were quite good at war and the fighting, and they didn't necessarily always care what others thought.
True, but I feel like Zeus has a worse rep for keeping it in his pants.
He does for that. But then again, when you think of the society and like with the Greeks, there was a lot of like the orgies, the things. They were very actually open with their sex life. The fact that you had more memorials and cave paintings, or not cave painting. I don't know what you'd actually call it.
You could just call it art.
Yeah, the artwork. Or I say it was quite open. The fact like in those times there wasn't necessarily the gay thing. It was basically
like, hey, you want some fun?
And it's like when you think with the Olympics originally, it was all in the nude. But you were showing like the peaks of humans basically nude doing what they can. When you think about the Norse things, the first thing you think about with Norse is you think the raiding and all of that, but it's two different lands. You've got the nice warm Mediterranean place, and then you've got
The
barren wastelands, kind of.
harsh, cold forests.
And they did what they could to survive in that sense.
And actually, the Norse aren't that bad. I mean, considering, like, the most important people were actually the wives.
Yes.
You don't fuck with the wife of a Norseman.
No, and the fact is, like, females had a very high standpoint. It's like they weren't looked down in, like, certain areas, and it almost feels like when you look at history, it's gone weird. Like, one way everyone's equal, then it's not equal, and it's a weird regards how it all changed. But yeah, with Norse mythology, most people, if they weren't raiding, it's because they had no choice. It was basically survival. And a heavy time when they used to go out religion is because there's some articles where religion actually fought back against the Norse. The fact is, if you weren't going to follow Christianity, you were pretty much going to die. So then some of the Vikings would use it as also a ploy. Would be like, well, we'll just target your monasteries, we'll go after your thing. If you're going to basically send your armies to kill us, what's stopping us basically from raiding your places that should be guarded? Now, it's hard to tell how much fact and fiction that is, because a lot of the text and a lot of the history of some of the Norse stuff wasn't actually always written by them, but it was actually by the monks, by the people that were recording it.
Exactly. History is always recorded by the victors.
Yes. And unfortunately, Christianity did actually pay heavily cost. Well, they actually paid a heavy cost, and there were Vikings that actually did go over to Christianity and they still survived. It's like in the Dublin area. Vikings did build that up to a trading hub, and they did get along with the kings, or they seeked approval to make it into a trading hub, because the Norse people were great sailors, great navigators, and they were good at making trades. So having a shipyard, what they could have in, like, say, the Dublin port area, which could then trade to Europe and also the Scandinavia, made sense. And it was the UK area, as it was in those times, was a fresh field. It's been raided so many times, there wasn't always a claim. So there were places that you could go, you can claim it as yours. It's like a garden, basically. You were claiming a garden, your little patch.
Yeah. Interesting. Good to know.
Now, as I said, this is literally just talking random, but the fact is, there is no subject in the matter. Like, I can keep talking about this for days.
Yeah, we're going to need, like, a whole friggin' mini-set series. Like, talking crap does sort of give you, as you said at the beginning of the episode, just, like, things at the bar. Like, you were just, like, background noise.
Yeah.
You know what my favourite background noise is at the bar?
Pokemon.
No.
The cantina scene at Star Wars.
No, it is a good choice. I mean, you are closer with Pokemon because it begins with the first two letters.
Not puking.
No, that's a U, not an O.
No, go on, tell me.
Pool.
Oh, yeah.
Sound of a pool table.
To be honest, pool is good. Now, you don't have to be good at pool to enjoy the game.
But I am alright at pool. I like to say I'm better than most of my friend group. But that's because most of my friend group didn't spend every Sunday for 12 years playing pool against their old man.
No, that's true. And the fact is, I'll tell you what, I remember going pool against an ex's like old man. Oh god, that felt so awkward. Like, I haven't played pool in like years when I went against him. And it's like, I never used to play competitively. It was just for fun.
Yeah, I played for a team and it was competitive. I was the captain for a little while.
Dude, the captain.
Only because I was the oldest.
Captain Clark.
I was the only one with a driver's license.
Oh, fair enough.
I was the only 17-year-old.
Oh, right.
Everyone else was 15.
You know what? That's fair. Yeah, seeing out as a captain.
That was the only. I mean, we did have one older gentleman, but he was just like, "No, I am literally I'm just like the supervisor to make sure you kids are okay at the pubs."
Oh, he's like the veteran that's just taking the sidelines.
Yeah, and like he was the best player, like when we started because we were like kids, but he was basically the responsible adult.
Fair enough. He was given the guidance, making sure that he stayed out of trouble.
Yeah, but I was the captain. I stepped down as captain, let who was vice captain, me the captain for a while. I basically became the vice captain. I basically made sure the team turned up, did the paperwork, but he he had the responsibility of the big games.
Yes.
And then I left the team because I'm like, I actually want to do other things. And I became a substitute player. Like, I would come in if they were needed. The season I came in when I was needed, I didn't lose a lot. That was probably the best season for me winning one because I had no responsibility. Because I was just making sure we had enough players to play. I didn't care if I won or not.
Well, that's not a bad way of looking at it, really.
I was the cheesiest son of a bitch.
He is quite cheesy.
Yeah.
If you haven't noticed this by now, yeah.
But when I was playing, they went, Chris, we're really sorry, but you've played, you've won the most games out of us tonight. Do you mind playing the captain's match? Because we don't have our captain here. That's fine. It was 4-4, so this was the game decider. And we were at the local pub, and my team have a joke that if I'm playing well and I see a jammy shot, they will go, in the name of Chris Phillips, I will thwack it and it will go in. It's a running gag, and it only works about 6 out of 10 times. It's not guaranteed. It's probably even less that because of how jammy the shots are. Now, you got the corner of the table, you've got the black ball, let me get this right. You've got the black ball here, so the corner's here, but you've got the white ball here. There is no way in, but it's not touching. There is no way in hell I can line it up so the blacks are tapping. In fact, this shot should not be able to be potted at all. No way, no how. And we're both on the black. So if I set him up, I've lost the game. And I look at my team, and I just go, do you care if we win? And they go, no, because we expected to lose this game. These guys are top of the table. The fact we're 4-4 is not great. Bad. We've gotten 4 points from this game. I went, all right, in the name of Chris Phillips. And they look at me and go, what? And I smack it full pelt. The white just bounces up and down the middle of the table. The black goes off 5 cushions and then rolls in the pocket it was closest to start with.
Oh, nice. That's a good victory.
I couldn't stop myself from laughing.
No, I mean, that's a good way. Especially like when you call it like that as well.
Yeah, I went, my team just go, the guy just goes, I can't believe you did this.
See, and that's the thing.
It's when he shook his head. He knew I didn't mean it. He knew I meant to fluke it.
But not in that level.
Not in that level. Yeah. He just thought, if it goes in, it'll probably just be 2 cushions. The fact it went off 5 and then back in the pocket it was closest to originally. And the fact is, I didn't line it. I didn't even think about the shot. I didn't go, oh, maybe it'll go in this one. I stood up, I looked, and I went, in the name of me, smack.
And half the time it's the best way because it's you're having fun. And if you're not caring, it makes it even funnier when it actually works.
Yeah, just... I got away with some jammy shots, but that one still takes the cake.
Nice.
I have snookered people through, I have won a couple of games here and there. I've pulled myself into a game.
This is the thing. This is what happens when I suggest an idea of talking shit. He gets talking a lot more about something. And look at the passion in that talking. See, this is the reason why I come up with these subjects. And you should be thanking me if you're enjoying
There's no
this.
subject.
There is no subject, but it's just talking shit. But you're talking about anything you like, and that's when more passion comes out. This is literally what happens when you're in bars and taverns. You just have normal talks. Now, this is kind of content that, if you like, we do want feedback in the sense if you are enjoying it and if it does work. Now, we can still talk shit, but we can tailor it more to certain subjects at the same time of previous things we've enjoyed doing.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no harm. It's we could talk about the sports we've done. We could talk about times that we've been in bars and what we've enjoyed. I mean, half the time we can easily censor out the stuff of who we've been with at the time. We can basically change out their names. We can do all kinds of things. Yeah. There's times that I've walked out of one bar, completely almost smashed my shin into a statue, with a very long walk going that I'm pretty much limping. And then I try chatting someone up at the same time.
Just got an episode idea from this.
See, the thing is, this is the good thing. It brings in ideas at the same time.
We're going to have to record this because I will forget otherwise. Yes. But yeah, enjoy next episode.
Yes. Right.
See you later.
See you later, folks.
Just a couple of guys chatting over a brew. Won't tell you no lies, it's